Have you ever wrestled with feeling disappointed with God? Feeling like you don't understand? Feeling like you don't know why God is asking you to surrender something? Maybe God's given you a word and you just don't understand why God is asking you to do that. I want you to know that you're not alone in that feeling. I've been there. There's a story in the Bible that always encourages me and reminds me of this. I want you to hear me when I say this. You don't need to understand God in order to obey Him. You don't need to know all the directions, the step by step in order to obey Him. You see, this character in the Bible, his name is Abraham. And God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. And with no hesitation, Abraham listens. But there's this part in the story in Genesis 22 that always fascinates me. And that's that even though he grabbed his son with no hesitation, the place where he was going to sacrifice him, it actually took him 3 days to get there. The Bible doesn't tell us what that trip was like, but I can only imagine. I can only imagine what was going through Abraham's mind. I often wonder if he was praying out to God and asking him, God, why are you doing this? I often wonder if he was there in confusion, not understanding what God was doing, not understanding why this faithful God, this miracle working God would ask him to lay down his son. But never once in those verses does Abraham stop moving forward. Never once does he allow his feelings to be greater than his faith. You see, because Abraham had placed his faith in God, and he knew that God is faithful. He would even tell his son would ask him, Father, but where's the sacrifice? And Abraham would tell his son, don't worry, God will provide. You see, even though Abraham didn't have all the answers and he didn't know what God was doing, he knew that he could trust him. And because God had spoken and given him a word, he knew he had to obey. And so, friend, I just want to encourage you here today and tell you, keep moving forward even when it doesn't make sense to you. Keep obeying God even when you don't know all the details. Allow your faith to be greater than your feelings and fix your eyes on Jesus. You see, because faith is the substance of things we do not see. Just because you don't see it and understand it doesn't mean God isn't working.